Right, I've got a serious problem, guys. 91.7 of you lot aren't subscribed. Do you know how outrageous that is? So if you're watching this video, before we even start, I need you to hit subscribe. Now, do it, or I'm gonna come beat you up. Don't tempt me. Good evening, welcome back to my channel. Today, we are on part 4. We're on part 4 in my how to build animatronic video. Now, if you saw my last video, you'll see that I got halfway through doing what I was doing and I ended the video, but that's fine because we are now on another episode of how to build my animatronic series. How exciting is that? Today we are going to try and achieve the left and the right movement. To do this, I've already printed out most of my parts, as you would have seen in my last video. I don't think I need to change anything, but we will find that out anyway. It doesn't particularly matter. I also want to see if I can try and animate it. So if I can get it to move on its own, because it'd be cool. So yeah, that's what I want to achieve today. That's enough rambling. Let's get on to it. Right, I've got a package. In here are new servos because I only had 2, so I had to order number 2. Turns out these are metal geared. No, all metal. It's good to know. It explains why they were so expensive. I didn't actually know that when I ordered them though. Like an unboxing time with Kieran. Maybe I should make an unboxing channel. This would be fun. Right, what have we got here? Ah! That's a fun little problem to have. I don't think I can cut the end of that one off like I did my other one. Maybe I can. Let's see if we can cut that off. The reason why is the last ones I had were too big for the holes I made. So I had to cut the ends of them off. Problem solved. There we go. I just moved it out of the way. Alright, let's screw it back together again before it falls apart. Oh, servo should be fixed. Let's hope that it fits in my base, shall we? The servo's a little bit taller than the old ones, but they're in. I did sort of crease the wires here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly test to make sure that the servo still works. Just make sure that turns. Beautiful. It works. That is handy. Next thing that we need to do, this is my glue. It's not really great at being the glue, but it's alright because I got some tools that can help me make it remember what it is again. The best way to do that is with a drill. I've made it through to my glue. Now, what I need to do, I'm going to glue my rectangle in the bottom there. It's really complicated stuff, so I want you to definitely watch closely as what I'm doing. I'm placing the glue. Oh shit, that's way too much glue. Placing way too much glue down. I take my rectangle and watch closely on this one because it's complicated. I'm just pushing that there. And as you can see, my glue is spilling everywhere. You get that? It's very, very easy to mess up. As you can see, I have. That's what happens when you drill a hole in the top of the glue because the rest of it's all... Anyway, that's what I've just done there. Whilst I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to open my good old servo bag again. Let's go ahead and let's see what they've given me here. We'll take this one. This is the one that we're going to have. And also, these screws I'm going to take as well. If you watched my last video, you'll know that I messed this up because this cross is supposed to be the same size, but it's not. It's very annoying, but that's okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to screw this cross into this cross here. Okay, so I have screwed it in now. As you can see, it looks beautiful. I'm hoping my other thing's dried now. Now the idea for this is just as simple as just pushing those two together. I pushed them together, as you can see. This is still the wrong size and it's a little bit rattly, but you know, I'm now going to press this to my bench vise, which I have here. So I'm going to attach this to my desk and get a different tripod. I'm also going to clean my hands because I'm now full of super glue. All in all, it's successful. Now he is attached to my bench. not really moving. The actual thing is a bit shaky because of the servo, so I might see if I can get some long screws to try and screw that down to make sure that it's a little bit more solid. So I'm going to basically test it like I did before with my receiver, so I'm going to go ahead and plug that in now. So the test here is to basically just to make sure that the servo is strong enough to move the whole head around, basically. So yeah, let's give that a test, shall we? And as you can see, it is plenty strong enough to move it around, which is fantastic. So what we are going to do now is I'm going to screw that servo in to make sure that it's a little bit more smoother and not rattling around. So I've only put 2 screws in here and it's solid. So we can now put this back on top and then retest it again. Right. It is much more solid now. And just for shits and giggles, let's go ahead and plug this one in, the eyes in as well. That's very cool. Now I need to come up with a way that I can get all of the servos to work in a sequence, almost like an animated, you know, so that it'll blink, the eyes will move, and it'll blink, and then the head will move, and then it will tilt or something like that. Just going to get all the servos to work at once. So yeah, that's the next challenge.
So this is Bottango. It's a pretty fairly easy software to use, assuming I'm using it right, which I'm probably not. But basically, I'm able to control each of these servos, what they move to, if that makes any sense. It's a lot easier than coding on Arduino, which would have been helpful to have known a few videos ago. But this is my design, as you can see. It's pretty crap, and it definitely doesn't look like my existing design. But I've got the bottom servo here for turning the head left and right. These are imitating the 2 servos on the sides. This one and this one on this side is the eyelid servos, and then this one is to control the eyes. So once I've built this and I've done all the joints and stuff, if I go over to animate, and as you can see down here, I've already done a little bit. So when I press play, it will play the sequence I've asked it to do. Like so. It's pretty straightforward. So now I'm going to export this over to Arduino and then send it over to my animatronic.
My animatronic is all wired up to my Arduino. I'm now going to plug it in. I've exported the code over, so when I plug it in, it should hopefully work. And I say hopefully. Don't know whether or not it will. Okay, that's a good start. Oh, the cable's, hang on a sec, give me 2 minutes. Okay, we're going to go for attempt number 2. Now, when I plug it in, it should hopefully work. Okay. It's working a little bit funky. So it's not doing everything that I'm asking it for. The servos aren't all moving, which is strange. It's kind of only moving a couple. But it is working. So I think the problem is a similar problem to what I've always had, and that is there's not enough power going to it. The only power that it's getting is from this cable, which is connected to my computer, which I don't think is enough for an Arduino. So I have an idea. I have another box. The box is a bit bigger than the last one, so I might need to raise my camera up a little bit. I have a bigger box. Let's unbox this box. Now I know what you're wondering. Kieran, what have you ordered? Well, I have finally done it and ordered a power supply. It's a lot smaller than I was expecting. Also, it came with cables, and I know it's probably pretty standard for one to come with cables, but for some reason I wasn't expecting it to come with cables, so I bought another packet one, but I guess we'll save these for later. Instructions. Nah, we don't need these. Let's plug it all in and let's see if we can get my animatronic to work better. Okay, just so we are aware, I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing and if I'm doing this properly, so make sure you know what you're doing before you copy me. I've plugged them in to my positive and negative line. I've already preset this to 5 volts just to make sure that as soon as I turn it on, it's not going to blow up or anything. I don't really know what's better to plug in first, to be honest. I wonder if I just... No, because it's not connected. Just turn it on first and we'll see what happens. Okay. Nothing is happening. Oh. Oh. It works! Yay! Let's turn up the voltage to 9, shall we? Oh, just a little bit higher, shall we? I feel like 9 is inappropriate. No, maybe that's too much. Was a good amount of wattage. Hang on, I need to search that one up. Let's have a look. Apparently I'm doing something good because this is the preferred amount. Okay, the good news is that it's working and I'm actually very happy with this. I'm going to mess around with the animating now to make sure that it works, that it's doing something a little bit better than what it's doing. I'm also going to adjust the eyes because there's something funky going on with the eyelid here. So, but yeah, we've done it. I've built a successful moving animatronic that moves on its own. I have readjusted the code and now it works amazingly. So all I have to do is press this button. And now it works amazingly. I am so happy with how this works. The next thing I want to do now, I'm going to turn it off. The next thing that I want to do now is I want him to have a mouth so he can talk, but that's next video. Right, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I did, it was very good. I'm very happy with how it's all turned out so far. I've been able to do things that I haven't been able to have done before, so I'm learning. Next video, I want to make a jaw like this, so he can talk. So that he can talk. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment if you liked it. I'll see you in the next one.